Hello and welcome to day number 5 of my 12th birthday countdown. So today's hard truth is that I don't need permission to have peace. Now, for this hard truth, it was something that was more deeply ingrained that I didn't even realize existed until I really sat down and looked at it. And when I think back to where this all started, I am reminded of a time when I was younger. I have this distant cousin that I didn't see very often. And when I did see her, there was always this feeling of dread hanging out with her. And I know that sounds awful, but hear me out. So again, I had this distant cousin who she was a few years younger than me. She was really cute and sweet in front of other people, but when it was just the two of us, she was a tiny little menace. And I remember growing up feeling like I really don't want to be around this kid. Like, granted, I was a kid myself, but again, she was a few years younger than me. And I just always felt like I didn't want to play with her. I didn't want to hang out with her. She was mean and bossy. And since she was younger and smaller, like, I sort of tolerated it and didn't want to get in trouble for like hitting her or anything. But at the end of the day, I was really annoyed hanging out with her. And thankfully, it was a situation where we didn't hang out very often. But when we did, it just always left this negative impression on me. What I feel like that experience taught me very early on in my life is that sometimes we have to tolerate people that we really don't like or that we really don't want to be around. And we have to grit our teeth and just do it because it's the nice thing to do. It's the polite thing to do. And so hanging out with this particular cousin, I would go to her house with other relatives and I couldn't stay with the adults. We were really the only two kids. And so I had to do what I was told and be nice and be kind to this little girl, even though she was not very nice and kind to me. When I think about it now, I can sort of see this pattern that has built over the years of just putting up with people's behavior because it was the polite thing or nice thing to do. And it wasn't until probably maybe 5 or so years ago that I realized that I don't necessarily have to put up with that. And while it may seem sort of late coming into that realization, you have to sort of take into account who I am as a person. Like, I have always been someone who tries to be kind to people, who cares about how other people feel, who always wanted to be perceived as a good person. And what I had to understand and learn is that just because I don't want to be around someone doesn't mean that I'm not a good person. And even when I think about like later on in my life, different friends and people that came and went, I was the person who would try to always extend the olive branch, even when they didn't necessarily deserve it. And I feel like where it got tricky was when someone was nice to me in one instance, but then would do something malicious in the next. For me, that's where it was really challenging to discern, like, is this a relationship that I should continue? Not realizing that in doing so, I was constantly disturbing my own peace of mind in the process. But as I got older, I came to realize, like, no, not everybody can be your friend. I had to learn that there are just certain behaviors that I didn't have to tolerate. And so as a result, it is up to me to make sure that I have a set of standards that I communicate to individuals, especially if I feel like they're encroaching on my peace of mind. And should they choose not to respect that, then those are not my people. With this particular hard truth, it took a lot of trial and error, I will admit, because I'm genuinely nice to people and I genuinely expect that from others now that I understand and feel more confident in terms of what my standards are, what my expectations are, what my boundaries are. I'm able to be more consistent in terms of holding individuals accountable who don't necessarily meet that criteria. And so something that I encourage you to think about is, what can you do to protect your own peace of mind? Because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing. Okay? And so that is it for day number 5. I'll see you here tomorrow for day number 6. Okay? See ya.